Hello everyone, Pentlock here. There's been a couple people asking me what I've been up to, and I've kind of showed some beginning stages of this to a couple people on the server. But I figure I would go ahead and give you all a little bit of a better look and understanding of what I have going on here. Um, right now I'm just looking off at a nice little biome that's, what is it, the roof forest? That used to be a birch forest that no longer exists. Kind of cut that down near the wood. Anyway, I would like to show you what I've been working on. I'll load up here for a second. And that up there's a computer that I'm working on. I got the ALU and the registers in there. Still got a lot to go on that. I stopped to work on this project. Anyway, right here will eventually be the room that you pick what enchantment you want, such as like you want a looting 3 book. And let's say this is it. You will then push the button, and now it'll start the program to give you your looting 3 book. If this light comes on, it means that you do not have enough money for the button you push. The system will automatically stop, shut down, and then this light will go out telling you that it's ready for you to either select another item, or once I'm completed this whole contraption here, I'm probably going to replace this with another type of clock to reduce noise. But you input your diamonds here. Of course, there'll be a filtering device to make sure that nothing but diamonds can go in there, and this machine will count them out. Now, just for demonstration purposes, let me make sure that this is what's going on here. Okay, there we go. Must have been a bug. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull out some redstone, and we'll count, for purposes of this video, we'll count to 15. So we'll go ahead and drop that in. I'll fly up to minimize the noise. And you see it's counting the items now. And we are now at 15, and it's done counting. For those who don't know binary, this means 1, 2, 4, and 8. Basically, you just add the lines together, and it gives you the number of items that it's processed. This thing can process up to 63 items, so don't put in a full stack or more of diamonds. Max of 63, or else we'll just say that the extra diamonds won't get counted, and you'll wish that you hadn't done it, because it will restart. Then it'll say you have no diamonds when you actually have a full stack. Okay, this light here is set up so that it will tell you when the system is running. Basically, after you push this button, a couple seconds, I haven't tested the speed yet, but about half a second later, it will start. One second. Okay. Then after okay, where was I? Alright, you push the button and one of these should be active. Which one is it? Ah, there it is. This one is active. What happens is this flops, and it pulls up all the pistons to prevent cheating from being able to push multiple buttons to toggle multiple of these flops, T-flops. But right now, this one is the one that's active. So what this will do is it will send a signal out. Obviously, it will be a inverted signal. It's the off state. I will then invert it, and it will, where is it at? Over here. It will then run over here into the program lines. It will run a program which will add everything together. Let's get over here. Alright, the number that we calculate here is 15. If we come, let's take a look here at these torches. This is a control gate. It stays open naturally. Then these torches here are the ones that are saying, hey, this is the number that's in. These two are not represented. Then we come into here and it gives out the input here. That gate is closed, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Bam. Oh, wrong one. There we go. It is now turned on. The gate is open and it is processing the number. If it goes through, this is a ALU. Oh geez, come on, man. This is an ALU that was designed by Guy 12345678990. Some modifications. I'm not sure who created the modifications, or but Benny, I don't know the second part of his name. I know his first name's Benny. Which if you do a search for advanced Minecraft computer, Benny's name should show up on one of the videos on YouTube. But anyway, I think he made some modifications to this. But yeah, this is the basic ALU. It does a lot more functions, such as I'm not 100% sure on all the gates, but one of these is AND, and the other is OR, and XOR, and all the fun stuff like that. Anyway, so it then puts out a result. The result is these lit up. It then sends out the signal over here to the registers. At that point, it will save in slot 1 of my memory. The rest of these I'm using as ROM. These three are being used as memory. It'll save in register 1. Then it will also send a signal over here, which will then get written to the system here. I'm not going to do it. Well, actually, I can do it real quick and easy. Pop the torch, place it there, bam. Now we have a signal locked in here. What's going on here? I recently moved it with World Edit because I wanted to get it further up off the ground. So probably some of these things are buggy. I'm going to have to debug it later. Anyway, so now it has the number saved, which will then invert it back to a regular signal, sending it back in. Some of this stuff is technical, and I'm sure some of you probably don't care. The reason that that's there is if you want to add, let's say you had insufficient diamonds, you only put in 15, and you want to buy a book for 20. Well, you've already started the program, it's already told you don't have enough diamonds, and it has to hold it somewhere in the memory while you add the 5 more diamonds. That is there so that you can add the 5 more diamonds, as well as what this one here is for, is basically a dual purpose to back each other up. Then this will bring it back through, and it will well, either way, that's what this one's for. This one saves the hard number. That way it can process it through this system here into here. It would flip the system to addition, and then your new 5 count would then be inputted, and it would give you the total of 20, which would be 16 and 4. Then you'll be able to buy the book. The way that it works to show that you don't have enough, let's see here, what's one of them that we got? We got 15, 20, let's do 25. So, which torch runs 25? Looks like this one. Alright, now we run over here. We take a look. Oh, it's not working right. Oh, yeah, I forgot to open the gate. It'll be a lot, this will work a lot smoother once the programming is done. Okay, now see it's showing, oh, I don't have enough money. I'm actually 5 diamonds short. So this is going to send a signal across the top line here through the 8th bit, which we don't use the 7th and 8th bit, but it will send the signal through the 8th bit. down to here, which activates the indicator light. And I haven't hooked it up yet, but off of this line will also come the shutdown command that will run down, shut down the program, and reset this entire system. Which basically it'll cut it off early before it goes through the command to dispense the book. So that's basically how the whole process works. It adds them together. After it adds them together, it then spits the number back around, and that's where it comes into here. This gets cleared, then it sends the new number into the system, which would then be 20, and in this case it would still be, since we activated 25, you'd still be 5 diamonds short. Not sure. Maybe I only activated the 20. I'm not sure. Anyway, so what would then happen is if we added the extra diamonds, then this would zero out, and over here all of these would be off, which would allow the item program to finish because it doesn't get cut off by this line. So it allows it to go ahead and finish processing and kick out your book that you purchased. Now any money you have left over, like let's say you had 5 diamonds. Let's say you put in 25, you bought a book for 20, and you had 5 diamonds left over. Well, the 5 diamond command, not exactly sure where I want to put it yet, but probably that 5 diamond command is going to come over here, and then it's going to come out to here, which will be, I still have to design the system that will dispense the refund money. Basically, I have to form one of these that runs in reverse of what this system runs in. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still experimenting, trying to figure that one out. This is something I built last night. It is the control system that initiates what book through the program lines, initiates the program, initiates the actual dispensing of the item, and tells it which button you push to run which program to which item will be dispensed. This here setup, if we go ahead and put in an item, you see it lights up. And now the light lights up saying, hey, we have books here. So if I was to push this and then run the program, of course it wouldn't work right now because the program hasn't been reset. But once we flip this lever, program is now reset. Of course that'll be hooked up to a reset line that'll come in part of the programming. Now we can push the button. It will send the signal into this first one, which will then fire off the programming signal. This here will run through here, and when it comes back to reset, once it resets, it will dispense the item. You see it's no longer there, the light's no longer on, and the item's in here. The reason the item is in here and not coming down is because it's toggled in the state of you didn't make your payment, which would then send this here through. And this is part of my anti-theft system that shuts down the system, and because regardless, an item is going to be dispensed no matter what, even when it shuts down. This here controls whether or not the item goes back to my system and gets refed back into these, or whether or not it actually comes down here and then gets brought around here and released back into where you can pick up your book that you purchased. Either way, I'm quite happy with the design. There's one last thing. I mean, it could probably be a little more compact, but overall I think I did well. Now let me run through these lines. This right here is the control for the plus and minus. And these are the decoders. The decode, basically it makes it so instead of me having to run, 10 different lines? Instead of me running 10 individual lines down here, I can use these systems so that I only gotta, in this case, run 3, and in this case, run 2. And it uses binary to figure out, and other systems to figure out which one to distribute based on the torches and which one's lit. And like this one here, the center one, means that one's saving for some reason. I must have it active somewhere. Okay, we now take a look at this. We have our programming codes. Sorry, I'm going through it a little fast. I don't want the video to go too long. Alright, and this is the processing indicator. This one goes up to that light that's in blue over there that tells you that it's running the process. And basically when that's on, it's telling you, please wait, we're running the program. This is the program memory. As you can see here, we have some torches. These torches is the reason why that one over there is, I believe this is writing. Yes, the writing. And it was writing the thing to memory. Remove those. Alright. Now, when I set this up, I'm probably going to use multiple sets of decoders connected to a central clock. The clock will probably be located somewhere in the middle, and then I'll have a line that will be broken up into segments that will allow which one of the decoders will work and whether it works on the top or bottom. I may have to add a third level because I got 24 books up there, so I need 24 programs for book delivery, and then I probably need an additional 2 or 3 programs for like the underpayment and overpayment and stuff like that. But overall, all I have is a few things left to connect up, wire-wise. Then I have all the programming left to do. Just wanted to go ahead and put out a video, let y'all know what I've been up to so that you can see basically what I've been working on. Pretty happy with the way it came out, and obviously, based on the description, this is a vending machine. And to be honest, with this ALU here, I kind of feel like I'm underusing it. I mean, it's kind of like a waste. It can do a lot more than what I'm doing for it. And that's what that project will be for. I will, this one here I'll end up cutting out into a full computer program and try to utilize as much of the ALU as possible. I do need to figure out how to get multiplication and division into it though yet. I haven't quite added that yet, and that'll take a little research. I haven't built one of those yet, so that's something I'm going to have to research, how to do the addition and multiplication so I can figure out how to adjust it to fit into that system. But yeah, so I hope that you've enjoyed the quick run through of how the vending machine works. And when I finally get it all hooked up and all completed, I will make a tutorial of how to operate this system. It's basically a computer that operates the vending machine. Very similar to vending machines in today's society that count your coins and stuff and count your bills. There are computers inside of them. So that's basically what we got going on here. So when I get it fixed, I will load up a video in which will, they're not fixed, but when I get it done, I'll load up a video that will give a complete tutorial of exactly how to operate the machine. Right now I'm just showing you how the machine works. So until next time, you all have a good one.